Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan, also the North Central Chaplain for Broken Chains, JC. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is September 3rd, 2025. Can't believe we're in September already. It's the beginning of the month. It's got me thinking about all my bills being due again. They just never go away, do they? It costs money to live life, right? It requires a consistent effort every day, every week, every month, every year to survive, does it not? There are verses in the Bible that sometimes cause me to lament a little bit about the fact that, there's a promise and how come I don't have it? This morning we're going to talk about one of those promises in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 10. It says, "Then your barns will be completely filled, your vats will overflow with new wine." Means you'll have all that you need and more. There's almost always more month than there is finances to cover the month. It's always tight, is it not? Maybe not for you, I hope not, but often that's the case for me. And I know that in that statement of truth, I lament sometimes that my barns aren't completely filled and my vats are not overflowing. I could do so much more if I was in that position. But you know what verse 9 of Proverbs chapter 3 says? "Honor Yahweh with all your possessions and with your first produce of your entire harvest." I don't know your name because I can't read the Aramaic or Hebrew that I'm looking at, but Jonathan Algai, I think that's how you pronounce it. Happy birthday. So grateful that you have somebody that cares about you enough to have you called out. And I want you to understand this. Not only do you have somebody in your life currently that's having that called out, but you also have a creator that recognizes it as well. Because you got called out by one who loves the creator, and the creator put it on my heart to go ahead and do that. So, happy birthday, Jonathan. Now, back to what we were talking about. Honor the Lord with all your possessions and with the first produce of your entire harvest. Then your barns will be completely full, and your vats will overflow with new wine. I have to deal with this in my own life, but I have it come to me all the time where people will ask, well, should I give to God from my net or my gross, before taxes or after taxes? Should I give God from this thing or that thing? And I've heard it said 1,000 times in my lifetime. Well, do you want the blessing from the net or the gross? And I don't like that answer. And the reality is, it's not about getting the blessing. It's about being and living the blessing. And the only way you can be and live the blessing is if you honor Yahweh, the creator of heaven and earth, with all of your possessions. All of them are his. And you use them for his glory. And you honor him with all of the first produce of the entire harvest, not just one field or one area. There are times where I can even just cherish my time. Just 10 more minutes in bed this morning, Lord. Let me sleep 10 more minutes. Even though He's waking me up and telling me I got to get moving. It's 6:30 because you've got things to do, and at 7 o'clock I am forcing myself to roll over. And by 7:20 I'm walking out here into my workshop so I can spend time with the Lord. I didn't honor Yahweh, Creator, with my first produce, did I? I grabbed it and held on to it as tight as I could, and I stayed in bed a little bit longer. God's reminding me that He is my strength and my provision, and I need to trust Him. Something to think about for you today. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.